To do a daily for you. I know I totally said I was not going to do any more lives for about a week, but turns out I missed you guys after a day. Also, I'm a Libra, so we don't make decisions like that very well. Okay, so this is going to be a tarot story, not a reading, which means that I'm going to spout off a bunch of fantastical tarot fan fiction, except you might notice that some of the things happen verbatim, whether or not they have to do with the actual story, right? So I don't recommend you come into tarot stories looking to hear something specific. These are timed readings, which means that it's supposed to last for about 24 to 36 hours. So that's just going to tell you what happens in that time frame, as opposed to answering questions that you might have. So therefore, it's not going to make any fucking sense at all until you come back and watch it as hindsight. Oh, that's right. Plus, it's 420 for those of you who are into that. Okay. That's a fact. That happened. So I want to talk about communication. Real communication. I heard I understand you. Guides, angels, with so much gratitude from all of the ravens and crows and wolves and witches and warlocks and mystical beings that kick it with our tribe. Speaking of which, when we stop talking here, we're going to pick it up over on the Ravens Nest, which is on Facebook. Link for that's in the box below. What do we have? Calling him Michael, please, this gatekeeper. All of a sudden, I got real spacey. Maybe I'm going to channel really hard today because I took off a day. So I might get spacey. Don't get weird. All right. Communication. These are the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle. I need the Hush Tarot. Old school. We haven't used Hush in a while. I'm going to talk about things that grow roots and things that... I heard get Arvel first, which Arvel the parrot is the communication bird from the fairies. Let's get some sage on this too. I know, I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't even thought about it. I mean, it sits right there. All my decks are right there. And I got all these other ones, but there must be something about the imagery that wants to come out. And then Arvel the parrot from the fairies is the communication bird. That's what he does. He says what needs to be said. We'll see. We'll see. So they said Arvel first. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Cups, which, I mean, am I right? For those of you who are not tarot fluent, 5 of Cups is like disappointment. Why? Oh, what do you know? It'll be the Retriever, also a communication parrot. This is, well, it's the Office of Unclaimed Property, right? And I kind of want to talk about what that is. He's the manager of that place. Okay, he deals with the Karens, right? If your name is Karen, I'm just kidding. And what happens at this particular fairy place where he works is all of the wishes and hopes and dreams and things that are supposed to be are put on the shelf. All the little balls, the little glass balls that we talk about that Jareth spins, and they're on this shelf. Kind of like if you've seen that movie, Emotions, what's it called? It's a Pixar movie, and there's joy and anger and whatever, and they have all the little glass balls that are all these memories. Either way, this is something that was supposed to be and has been put on this shelf. Well, Arvel the parrot comes forward and he delivers it or brings it, or I said Arvel, it'll be the Retriever, but still. This is a... I heard this is why... My ear is itching. It's... Well, Mickle and Muckle talks about mixed blessings. It might even be that these two here are talking to each other. And this one is listening to this one talk about all kinds of things. And they're like, doesn't that look like they're communicating with each other and they like what they hear or whatever? Because you also have, this is essentially the Ace of Cups. My right ear is burning. What does that mean? Spiritually speaking, the right ear. It's actually love. And it just feels like a back and forth communication. I mean, Mickle and Muckle is very playful, very childlike, whatever. But then it'll be the Retrievers, like an elder. So this could be adult and child, doesn't have to be. This could be with two people who act different. Eight of Cups, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands. So look at these birds, okay? This is the Eight of Rods, but this is all of this chatter. But this one is different. Actually, I think these are all male birds. And that is the feminine cardinal, right? But she's completely vulnerable. I think that this is that looks like an image of like, I'm spent. All of these. But what I saw first from this was that this one is different. I get it that in biology it's the feminine, but it doesn't matter. I'm looking at this as these are all the same repeats of past relationships or past whatever, but this one is fucking different. And it's just very, very clear that that one stands out from the rest, and she just can't, it's just... Ace of Cups. Twice. So the Ace of Cups, the letter H might be relevant. Right, there's that. You have, and then the Ace of Cups twice. So Page of Swords is figuring it out. And then the Eight of Cups is, the Eight of Cups isn't always just, I'm leaving this situation. The Eight of Cups is the decision to go. Right? To go towards the Nine of Cups. 7, 8, 9. And the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. But there's something about seeing, because the Page of Swords collects the information, they see, they get the knowledge, they do the research, they understand. And we're talking about this fucking chicken head, squawking ass, mean whatever, chicken head is standing on a skull. And the skull represents life and death, birth and death. Death and rebirth, whatever. It's a cycle, but there's something about this. I don't know, knowledge that this action needs to happen, I guess. The Lovers. It's a choice. And then the Ace of Cups in this deck too is a skull, which would talk about it being probably past life, sure. But the fact that the bird is coming out of it and it just needs to be spoken. Yeah, because King of Cups, like I think that maybe someone believes that maybe somebody doesn't really give any kinds of craps about the other person. But really, there's a cup there. King of Rods. I think they maybe know that they should say something. Because this bitch is crazy. No, she's vulnerable. Okay? When you see them come out naked, they are vulnerable and exposed. That's what that means. But she's a raven. Okay? And what do ravens do? They know stuff. They know what they don't know, but they are absolutely for sure about the thing that they don't actually know about, but they know that it's there. It's maddening. That's Queen of Swords. And she's standing there like, so about it. And they're like, Wheel of Fortune. Shoot my shot. I better 4 rods. So this is a, ooh, what's this? Death. Wow, that's profound imagery that I just saw. Okay, so look at this Ace of Cups. I love this deck. I forgot how much I loved it. This is the Hush Tarot. You have this skull representing immortality in one way or another, right? But it's like this, all of this love, because this is the Ace of Cups, and this is, I suppose, the lovebird was inside of here, but something fell, right? And it finally just comes out. And then it's like this very, because we talked about the fact that the skull is life and death. And then there would be another one, and then another one, then another one. This feels like a feminine bird and a masculine bird. It's like they pick up the piece of the skull that was missing and they put it back together. And then it's like this, look, they might even be some kind of builder or something like that. Like they're building this nest or gonna build it or whatever. And they fix it all. I don't know how, but there are eggs here, and and this skull is broken because it needed to be, something needed to be released, okay? And then they put it back together. And you wind up with 4 rods and the Wheel of Fortune. Now you might also be, because you do have the King of Cups and the King of Rods, looking at the Queen of Swords. So that might be 2 dudes, or it could be 1. We'll see. This is the Intuit Oracle. Something is repetitive. Birth, life, death, rebirth, life, death. Over and over and over again. Release. Because that's the waterfall. Release. Didn't I say something from here needed to be released? I think maybe somebody's holding something in. Because there is a lot. Didn't I say that in this image she looked like she was spent? And this one here, she's completely vulnerable and just completely irritated at this point. Of course, we got the crow peeking out from underneath. This is an eruption of lava. The Rider. And the Stallion. It's like somewhere or other there's this realization that in order to ease the tension, because people are about to fucking explode, okay, on both ends, right? That there needs to be a get together. A date needs to be set or something like that, a meeting. Because these are two untamed wild horses. You might have two like similar vehicles, but one's really dark and one's really light, right? The Lovers. And the fucking Swans. Light bulb. Ah, shit. So let's talk about these here ponies. Because it feels like running around all crazy, all chaotic. Those horses are high energy horses. Both of them. It's wild. Ace of Rods. Well, it's exciting. It's what was wished for. I mean, the Ace of Rods is the spark. It's the thing that gets you excited. It's the thing that you can think about when you're not doing it, and it gets you excited even though you're not doing it. Okay? So we were talking about the fact that the Eight of Wands was... There might just be all kinds of like other people texting this feminine, because the Eight of Rods is excessive communication, right? And there's all these fucking similar squawking ass birds texting this one, but that one is different. And it's stressing her the fuck out. Word. Oh! Oh my god! And the Two of Cups just flew out. Okay, I heard okay, fine. Six of Pentacles, I need to reciprocate. There's something about seeing this. Remember how we talked about this in the beginning? That there was some kind of seeing that there was something was necessary. Because there is all of this, like things are breaking. People's minds are breaking. Because it's like, if you, let's say you put two horses, girl horse, what do you call a girl horse and a guy horse? What are they called? In two pins next to each other, but the girl horse was like in heat or whatever, that masculine would go insane. Have you ever seen horses like that? I had a friend who had a like horse pasture. And they had a boy horse. I forget. I sound so fucking stupid. I don't know their names, okay? It was a dude. A biggin. And a mare and a stallion. Thank you. Exactly. It literally knocked the fence down to get over to the girl. It did. It just like went crazy. Yeah, it's a stud. It went through the studs to whatever. But I think what I'm talking about here is it's a big amount of energy. These are both, they're wild horses, both of them. And it's very, very, it's big. It is the complete permanent change of all kinds of stuff. Or once you say it, you can't unsay it. What's that? The L word? Please. Who says that? I'm just kidding. I love all you bitches. No, I don't have emotional barrier problems. Fuck off. Good morning. These readings piss me off. Oh, look at all the love. That's so excellent. What are we talking about? This Six of... the Six of Cups and the Emperor. I'll say. Okay, where do we want to go from this? Because all I'm getting so far is there's like this feeling that this needs to happen. And you have these two freaking wild horses. Let's talk about this conversation, because this does look like they're having an actual conversation, right? King of Wands. So the masculine is going to be the one to reach out. This might be like 4-ish. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords. And then it's the fucking Knight of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Nine of Cups. Stop it. So yeah, you like the conversation that you're hearing. It's sweet. So let's talk about this birth, life, death, whatever. It's really emotional. Okay, so you two have been through some shit in one way or another, right? And what it's doing is it's blocking the happiness. I don't know what has happened or what kind of shit, proverbial shit you guys have been through. Five of Swords, like betrayal and stuff. Six of Cups. With this is someone from your past life, you know, whatever. You've been through stuff. Ace of Cups, though. Ace of Cups is ultimate love, right? So here we are again, and I think what this is saying is that this is a much needed conversation in order to put a cap on, because didn't I say that the masculine comes forward and like puts a cap on this right here? Because this is bleeding hearts of the world unite. I can't handle it. And they're like, oh my God. Especially if they're like a builder, fucking fix it Felix. Let's just put a cap on this, okay? Everything is fine or whatever. They're gonna just talk about stuff and it's a much needed conversation or something like that, right? The Fool. So then let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune, which is, do we need to talk about what the Wheel of Fortune is you get what you get. It's your fortune. And the Four of Rods is a steady, it's the 11-11. It's my 2 rods and your 2 rods make a square house. It's the foundation of it's the 4 corners. And then like the masculine is the cornerstone or something like that. So let's talk about this 4 rods moment. It's the gateway. It's the door opens. The door's open. Somebody's a sneak. Somebody's being sneakalicious. Sneaking through the gate. Aw, look at this. This person here wants to show somebody else love. They want them to feel it. Or can you feel that? They want them to feel it. Because they're looking at it like, didn't I say in the beginning or something that she's like all vulnerable and a mess, and they're seeing this as like, if I don't make some kind of move, they're gonna fucking implode. right? What is this? A manual chakra realignment is necessary? I would assume so. But it's healing, okay? And somebody's sneaking somehow. Dun, 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 dun. And then she lucky. What's the outcome for these fine feathered folks? Good tarot. Yeah. So I'm so excited. Do do do. And I just get high. Do 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 do. I know. I want you. Aw, see? And the Fool. Aw. That's adorable. Nine of Cups and the Empress. So the Nine of Cups is 10 of Cups, okay, is complete emotional fulfillment, right? Nine of Cups is getting it. So let's say, per se, this was going to be like you win the lottery, right? The Nine of Cups is that minute when you're like, oh, fuck, I just won. Bleep! The 10 of Cups is when they put the check in your hand, or when you really put the check in the bank. Word? There's a difference. But I want to be like, it's a good start, right? With a soulmate. I mean, this one has been out all over town for a while. Let's pull an additional spread to see if there's anything else. And then I kind of feel like cleaning house. You know what I didn't catch is if the King of Rods and the King of Cups were two different people. Okay, double deck. Well, on the bottom of it is the Two of Cups. Any other additional messages for the day, please? Knight of Swords. Two of Cups. You're not going to be expecting this at all. This is like, because the Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight, right? That's what they do, is they move fast. Ace of Rods. The intention is to spark the flame. So they are going to, okay, same shit. Like, same shit. Okay. All right, let's get one card, please, for how we're going to be leaving the next 24. Different deck. I'm not feeling that deck lately. One card, please, for how we're going to be leaving the next 24. Spirit Dancer. It's freedom. And then I just opened up and saw her sister, which is Liz of the Shadows. Your boyfriend's health exam? What did you do? Give him a stud? Girl. Okay. Can I get a sign or two for anything that might be relevant? Taurus and Sag. So the opportunity for change is today. All right. Yeah, freedom. That's all I have for now. Okay, I gotta do Capricorn and Aquarius and Pisces today, hopefully. And they'll be up later, and then we will reconvene then. Okay, till next time. Bye.